Okay, please do not scroll past this video right now. I am genuinely shaking putting this together for you today. 3 years and 9 months. Over 1,000 days of waiting. And that wait is finally, completely, officially over. BTS is coming back. All 7 of them. Together. But this is not just a regular comeback. What I am about to tell you gave me actual chills, and I promise it is going to do the same to you. So stay with me until the very end, because this one is a big deal. Before we get into everything, I really want to take a moment to talk about what these 3 years and 9 months actually meant. In South Korea, military service is mandatory for every man, no exceptions. And BTS, even as one of the most recognized groups in the entire world, honored that obligation just like everyone else. Each member enlisted separately, which meant the full group was never together during that whole time. 7 people who built something truly extraordinary, quietly stepping away from all of it to fulfill a civic duty. And now they are on the other side of that. All 7 of them. The album they are coming back with is called Arirang. If you are not familiar with Arirang, let me tell you what it means. It is a traditional Korean folk song that has been passed down for thousands of years. Korean people sing it when words alone are not enough. In moments of pure joy, in moments of deep grief, when saying goodbye, and when finally coming home again. Choosing Arirang as the title of their comeback album after completing military service is not just a creative decision. It is a message. It is BTS saying, "We made it back, and this moment belongs to all of us." Okay, wait, I need to stop here for a second because this is the part that absolutely blew my mind. BTS could have performed literally anywhere on the planet for this comeback. Las Vegas, Wembley Stadium, Tokyo Dome. Any of those venues would have sold out within minutes and made global headlines all on their own. They chose none of those places. They chose Gwanghwamun Square in Seoul, South Korea. And the concert is completely free. Not discounted. Not a fan lottery for cheaper seats. Free. For everyone. $0. 01. Let me paint you a picture of where this is actually happening, because the location itself is breathtaking. Gwanghwamun Square sits directly in front of Gyeongbokgung Palace, the grand royal palace of the Joseon dynasty, built all the way back in 1395. We are talking over 600 years of history as the literal backdrop of this concert. When you stand in that square, you have centuries of Korean history on one side and the stunning modern Seoul skyline on the other. And the opening of this concert is unlike anything I have ever heard of before. The 7 members of BTS will begin their walk from inside the palace itself, passing through the ancient inner throne hall gate, through the second palace gate, and finally through Gwanghwamun, the grand ceremonial main gate. Then they step onto the Wolda, a historic elevated stone terrace that was once used to receive royal guests and mark the most significant ceremonies of the kingdom. This route has a name. It is called the King's Path. So the opening of this concert is 7 members of BTS walking the exact path that Korean kings once walked, emerging from a 600-year-old palace, stepping onto a stage where tens of thousands of people are waiting for them. And the first song they perform after that walk is Arirang. I am not going to lie to you. I teared up just writing that out. The scale of this event is genuinely hard to wrap your head around, so let me just give you the numbers. The main venue holds 34,000 people, with 17,000 in the main seated area and another 17,000 on the sides. But Seoul police have now updated their crowd estimate to 260,000 people total, filling the surrounding streets from Gwanghwamun all the way down to Sungyemun Gate, through Cheonggyecheon Stream, Seoul City Hall Plaza, and Bosinggak Bell Plaza. 260,000 people. Standing in the open streets of one of the most beautiful cities in the world, all listening to BTS perform live. And at some point during that concert, all 260,000 of them singing Arirang together at the exact same moment. I have tried so many times to imagine what that actually sounds like. I genuinely cannot. But I really, really want to hear it. For everyone watching from outside Korea, and honestly for a lot of people inside Korea too, this is the part that makes everything okay. This concert will be streamed live on Netflix in 190 countries simultaneously. And I want you to understand why that number actually matters. This will be the very first time in Netflix history that a single artist's concert has ever been live streamed on the platform. Not just BTS. Any artist. Ever. This is a genuine world first happening in real time. The concert starts at 8 p.m. Seoul time on March 21st. In New York, that is 7 in the morning. London, 11 a.m. Paris and Berlin, noon. Los Angeles, 4 in the morning. Yes, I know. But honestly, if you are a real one, you already know you are setting that alarm. No questions asked. Okay, I need to be real with you for a moment, because I think a lot of you already know this part. On February 23rd, general free tickets went on sale through an app called Null Ticket. Over 300,000 people tried to access the platform at the same moment. It crashed almost immediately. And 15,000 seats sold out in 35 minutes. So many people sat in that queue for hours and walked away with nothing. It was heartbreaking, and I completely felt that with you. But please do not give up on this night, because here is what you can still do. Gwanghwamun Square is an open public space. Even without a ticket, you can experience this concert from spots like Sejongdaro Intersection, the steps of Sejong Center for the Performing Arts, Exit 7 of Gwanghwamun Station, or the area in front of the National Museum of Korean Contemporary History. Large outdoor screens, merchandise displays, and fan experience zones will also be set up throughout the surrounding area. Being part of a crowd of 260,000 people in that square on that night, even without a seat, means you are already part of history. And the single most important thing you can do right now if you do not have a ticket is make sure your Netflix subscription is active. Because this concert streams live to 190 countries, and that means wherever you are in the world, you are watching this in real time. Losing the ticket battle does not mean missing this moment. It just means you are watching from a different seat. For everyone making the trip to Seoul, here is what you absolutely need to know before you go. Line 5 at Gwanghwamun Station may not be stopping between 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. on the night of the concert. Use Line 3 at Gyeongbokgung Station Exit 5, or Line 1 at Jonggak Station Exit 1 instead. And please, do not even consider driving. Roads between Gwanghwamun and City Hall will be completely closed to vehicles starting at noon on the day of the concert. Arrive before 5 p.m. With 260,000 people expected, you need that time. For what to bring, warm layers are non-negotiable. March nights in Seoul can feel like 5 degrees Celsius or lower with the wind chill, so pack hand warmers and dress in proper layers. Bring a rain jacket just in case. And make sure your portable battery is fully charged, because between the live stream, the photos, and everything you are going to want to post, your phone will not survive the night without one. Leave your DSLR camera, your selfie stick, and your drone at home. All 3 are prohibited at the venue and will be confiscated. Save yourself the stress. One more thing I really want you to know about, especially if you are planning to travel to Seoul for this. The concert on March 21st is actually just the beginning of a much larger event called BTS The City, Arirang Seoul, running from March 20th all the way through April 12th. The entire city of Seoul transforms into part of the experience, with large-scale art installations, immersive media displays, and experiences that blend music and the urban landscape all across the city. If you have ever wanted to visit Seoul, this is genuinely the single best time to go. Come the day before, explore the city, soak in the installations, and then be at Gwanghwamun on the 21st. And 6 days after the concert, on March 27th, a documentary film called BTS The Return drops, covering the entire making of the new album. This whole thing is not just a concert. It is a global cultural event, and it keeps going long after the lights come down on March 21st. Here is what keeps coming back to me every time I think about this night. BTS could have chosen Wembley. They chose Gwanghwamun. They could have charged hundreds of dollars for tickets. They made it free. They could have come back with a polished commercial single. They named their album after a song that Korean grandparents have been singing for thousands of years. Every single one of those choices is telling you exactly the same thing. Music is not for the people who can afford the best seats. It is for everyone who feels it. On March 21st at 8 p.m. Seoul time, 260,000 people will be standing in the streets of Seoul under the walls of a palace that has stood for over 600 years, singing Arirang together with BTS. And the entire world gets to watch at the exact same moment. That is a once-in-a-generation kind of night. And I hope you get to be part of it in whatever way you can. If this video helped you, a like and a subscribe genuinely helps more people find this before the concert, and it means so much to this channel. In my next video I am covering everything happening during BTS the city, Arirang Seoul, all the installations, the best food and places to explore around Gwanghwamun, and everything you need to know to make the most of your time in Seoul. Tell me in the comments. Are you going to Seoul or watching on Netflix? I really want to know where you are watching from. See you in the next one.